Okay, so I know this is my farming channel, but I got a post on here because I know there's some real estate agents on this channel too. This National Association of Realtors situation that just happened, this settlement, the best thing that could have ever happened to the real estate industry. It's about to force real estate agents to help people that as an industry we've been ignoring for decades. The people that I'm talking about are people who have got an auction date. They got a letter from their lender saying that they're going to be foreclosed on. Typically, the only people that have been willing to help folks in that kind of a situation are investors, and we all know that that's going to be a lowball offer. I can't tell you how many letters I would get from investors while I was going through all that, talking about, I'd love to help in any way I can, knowing good and well all they wanted was a deal. No shade, but that's not what I needed. I needed some help figuring out what my next move was. Fortunately for me, I was a real estate broker going through it, so I already knew that I had options. Most people end up doing one of a few things. One, they just turn their keys in and do a deed in lieu of foreclosure. Two, they take the lowball offer from the investor. Or three, they just walk away from the property. Problem with all of that is that person now has to figure out what their next move is. And while in your mind, you might be like, oh, well, they deserved it. They shouldn't have gotten to foreclosure in the first place. Let's not. Stuff happens. People go through divorce. People lose their jobs. Let's not be so judgmental. And the other thing, too, is just because somebody's going through foreclosure and having cash flow problems doesn't mean they don't have access to cash, because they got a ton of equity in their property. Which brings me right back to why this whole NAR settlement is the best thing that could have ever happened in real estate. Because with this settlement, there's going to be more real estate agents, those who don't get out of the game, that have to focus on listings. And guess what? There is one type of listing that's happening, I don't care what kind of economic environment we're in, and that's foreclosures. And here's the other thing that's about to happen. Agents are going to have to up their game. They're not going to be able to use their same old skills that they've been using in order to list these properties. They're going to have to learn about owner financing, something that we have been willfully ignorant of for the last I don't know how long. Because in order for those people who have a foreclosure auction date to respond to your message that you can help them, you're going to have a tool in your toolbox that's going to show them that they can turn around and buy another property. And for those of you who feel like they don't need to buy another house right now because they was facing foreclosure in the first place and they need to figure out what's going on or whatever, miss me with that. I was scheduled to get foreclosed on July of 2018. I sold my property before the auction date, and the very next day, I closed on 5 acres with 3 properties on it using owner financing. So you can't tell me what can't be done. And now my property is double in value because I made that move. And the real estate agents that can help people do that will have clients for life, and they will never have to market, because that person will tell everybody in Who Shot John about how you help them. And that's why that settlement is the best thing that could have happened in our industry. And there's another thing that's about to happen too that's going to help buyers, but I'll do that in another video. If you're an agent watching this and you want to learn how to help these folks, then you need to be on my live training on Thursday. It's completely for free. The link is in my bio, and I'll see you there.